They called him a fool, a short, quiet man marrying a tall, glamorous woman with a past no one could trace. But Adam believed in love. He believed in her. She gave him a son, a home, and a life that felt like destiny. Until the day she died and left behind a will, a journal, and a disease that shattered everything. The son wasn't his. The adoption was forged. And the illness she gave him had already killed the man she once loved. Now, with his health fading and his heart broken, Adam must decide: walk away from the boy he raised, or forgive the woman who destroyed him. The camera pans across a rooftop garden bathed in golden light. Guests sip champagne, but their eyes are fixed on the couple at the altar. Adam Walker, short and soft-spoken, stands beside Savannah Blake, tall, radiant, and enigmatic. Whispers ripple through the crowd. She's too good for him. What's her angle? She's hiding something. Adam doesn't hear them. He's lost in Savannah's eyes. She smiles, but there's a flicker, a shadow behind her gaze. Her cousin Lena watches from the back, arms crossed, whispering to a friend, "She's not who he thinks she is." The vows are exchanged. Savannah's voice trembles as she says, "I've waited my whole life for someone who sees me for who I am." Adam beams. The crowd claps. Mrs. Dorsey wipes a tear. Mark leans over and mutters, "He's in over his head." After the ceremony, Savannah disappears for a moment. Adam finds her in the stairwell, staring at a locked box in her hands. "Just nerves," she says, slipping it into her purse. Adam kisses her forehead. "We're starting fresh. No secrets." The suite was everything Adam imagined. Floor-to-ceiling windows, champagne on ice, rose petals scattered across the bed. But Savannah stood at the window, arms crossed, staring out at the city like she was waiting for something or someone. Adam wrapped his arms around her. "We made it," he whispered. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Yeah," she said. "We did." That night, they made love, slow, tender, but Savannah flinched when Adam touched a scar on her lower back. "Old modeling injury," she said quickly. Adam didn't press. The next morning, a hotel concierge knocked. "Delivery for Mrs. Blake." Savannah froze. The envelope was thick, sealed, and unmarked. She snatched it, thanked the man, and disappeared into the bathroom. Adam waited. 10 minutes. 20. He knocked. "Everything okay?" Savannah emerged, eyes red. "Just family stuff," she said. "Let's not ruin today." They walked through Central Park, but Savannah kept checking her phone. At dinner, she barely touched her food. Adam tried to joke, tried to pull her back into the moment. "You're not regretting marrying me, are you?" he teased. Savannah looked up, startled. "No, never." But her voice cracked. That night, Adam found the envelope in the trash. Inside, a medical report. He didn't read it. He couldn't. He told himself it wasn't his business. Not yet. But the scar, the flinching, the envelope, the silence. Something was wrong, and it was only the beginning. The apartment was small, cluttered, and filled with the scent of old takeout and baby powder. Savannah, barely 21, paced the floor with a newborn in her arms. Her husband, Nathan Cole, lay in bed, pale, sweating, coughing blood. Dr. Patel stood in the doorway, his face grim. "It's advanced," he said. "The infection has spread. There's nothing more we can do." Savannah's knees buckled. "But I didn't know," she whispered. "I didn't know I had it." Nathan reached for her hand. "I don't blame you," he said, voice cracking. "I just wish we had more time." The baby cried. Savannah held him tighter. "He's all I have now," she said. "I won't let him grow up knowing this." Nathan died 3 days later. Savannah didn't tell anyone. She packed a bag, forged documents, and vanished. She renamed the baby, moved cities, changed her hair, changed her story. Years later, she would walk into an adoption agency with a plan. She'd claim the boy was abandoned, that she wanted to give him a home. The agency never questioned her. The papers were clean. The lie was perfect. Back in the present, Savannah wakes from the memory in her hospital bed, tears streaming down her face. Adam sleeps in the chair beside her, unaware. She looks at her son's photo on the nightstand. "You were never supposed to know," she whispers. "But I couldn't let him go. The secret is still hers. But not for long." The morning sun poured through the kitchen windows as Adam flipped pancakes, humming an old country tune. Ethan sat at the counter, legs swinging, eyes glued to his father. "Can I help?" he asked. Adam handed him the whisk. Only if you promise not to make a mess. Savannah watched from the doorway, wrapped in a robe, her face pale. She smiled, but her hand trembled as she reached for her tea. You two are trouble, she said softly. Ethan ran to hug her. Mom, you look tired. I'm just a little under the weather, she replied, brushing his hair back. Adam kissed her cheek. You should see a doctor again. She nodded, but her eyes darted to the hallway, where a locked drawer held the truth. Later, Adam and Ethan played catch in the backyard. Mrs. Dorsey leaned over the fence. He's got your spirit, she said. You two are like twins. Adam laughed. He's my whole world. Savannah watched from the upstairs window, tears welling. Ethan wasn't Adam's son. He was Nathan's, the man she buried. The boy Adam loved more than life itself was born from a lie. That night, Savannah coughed violently. Adam rushed to her side. We're going to the hospital tomorrow, he said. No more waiting. She nodded, but inside, panic bloomed. The tests, the diagnosis, the infection, the truth. She had to tell him, but not yet. The hospital smelled like antiseptic and fear. Adam paced the hallway, his phone buzzing with texts from Mrs. Dorsey. Ethan's fine. Don't worry. Just keep me posted. Inside the exam room, Savannah sat on the edge of the bed, pale and trembling. Dr. Monroe reviewed her chart, lips pressed into a line. Your immune system is collapsing, she said. We need to run more tests, but this isn't new. Adam stepped forward. What do you mean, not new? Dr. Monroe hesitated. There are signs this has been progressing for months. Maybe longer. Savannah looked away. Adam's heart dropped. Savannah? She forced a smile. I didn't want to worry you. Dr. Monroe handed her a consent form. We'll need to run a full panel. Blood work, imaging, everything. Adam squeezed her hand. We'll get through this. Savannah nodded, but her eyes were glassy. She knew what was coming. She'd known for a long time. As the nurse drew blood, Adam stepped into the hallway. He pulled out his phone, opened Savannah's medical app, the one she never let him touch. It was locked. He tried her birthday. Denied. Their anniversary. Denied. Back in the room, Savannah clutched her purse. Inside, the envelope from the honeymoon. The test results. The truth. She had planned to tell him. So many times. But every time she looked at Ethan, at the life they'd built, she couldn't bring herself to destroy it. Now, the disease was doing it for her. The house was silent except for the hum of the refrigerator and the occasional cough from Savannah's room. Adam sat at the kitchen table, staring at her purse. The envelope from the honeymoon. The locked medical app. The doctor's words, this isn't new. He stood, walked to their bedroom, and opened the drawer Savannah always kept locked. The key was taped beneath the nightstand, a trick she taught him years ago. Inside, a shoebox. Inside the shoebox, papers, photos, a birth certificate. Adam's hands trembled. The certificate listed Nathan Cole as the father, Savannah as the mother. Ethan's real name, Ethan Cole. The adoption papers were forged. The agency stamp was fake. He flipped through the medical records. Blood work. Diagnosis. A sexually transmitted disease. Terminal. Contagious. Dated nearly a year ago. Adam staggered back, heart pounding. She knew. She knew and said nothing. Savannah appeared in the doorway, pale and shaking. You weren't supposed to find that, she whispered. Adam's voice cracked. You lied to me. About Ethan. About everything. She collapsed into the bed, tears streaming. I didn't mean to hurt you. I couldn't lose you. Adam looked at her. The woman he married. The woman he trusted. You already did. Outside, Mrs. Dorsey watched from her porch, clutching her rosary. She'd seen this before. Secrets always find their way out. Inside, Adam sat beside Savannah, silent. The truth was out, but the damage had only begun. The rain tapped against the hospital window like a ticking clock. Adam sat beside Savannah's bed, her hand cold in his. Dr. Monroe entered quietly, holding a folder. Mr. Walker, she said gently, your test results came back. Adam stood, and she hesitated. You've tested positive. Same strain. Same progression. Adam's knees buckled. How? Savannah turned her head, tears streaming. It was me, she whispered. I gave it to you. Dr. Monroe left the room. Silence fell. Adam stared at Savannah. You knew? She nodded. I found out a year ago. I didn't know I still had it. I thought it was gone. But it wasn't. Adam's voice cracked. Why didn't you tell me? Savannah sobbed. Because I loved you. Because I was afraid. Because I didn't want to lose the only good thing I ever had. She reached for his hand. Ethan, he's not yours. He's Nathan's. My first husband. He died from this. I buried him. I buried the truth. I forged the adoption. I gave you a son that wasn't yours. A disease you didn't deserve. A life built on lies. Adam pulled away, shattered. You let me love him. You let me believe. I didn't know how to stop, she whispered. You were my redemption. I couldn't face the cost. Adam stood, trembling. You didn't protect me. You protected your guilt. Savannah closed her eyes. I'm sorry. Adam walked to the window, staring into the rain. Everything he knew, his marriage, his son, his health, was gone. And yet, Ethan was still waiting at home, still calling him Dad. The house was too quiet. Adam sat in the living room, surrounded by sympathy cards and untouched casseroles. Ethan was asleep upstairs, his world still intact. Adam's wasn't. He opened the box Savannah kept hidden. Inside, her journal, leather-bound, worn, pages filled with looping cursive and tear stains. He flipped to the first entry. I never meant to fall in love with Adam, but he made me believe I could be someone else. Entry after entry revealed her guilt, her fear, her longing to be honest. Every time I looked at Ethan, I saw Nathan. Every time I looked at Adam, I saw hope. She wrote about the diagnosis. The moment she realized she was still infected. The night she almost told Adam, but Ethan hugged her and said, "You're the best mom in the world." She couldn't break him. She couldn't break Adam. One entry stopped Adam cold. I forged the adoption papers. I told the agency he was abandoned. I lied. I lied because I couldn't let go. I lied because I wanted Adam to have a son. I lied because I wanted to be loved. Adam closed the journal, tears streaming. He wasn't angry. He was broken. He walked to Ethan's room. The boy slept peacefully, clutching a stuffed bear. Adam sat beside him, brushing his hair back. You're not mine, he whispered. But you're still my son. Outside, Mrs. Dorsey placed a casserole on the porch, crossed herself, and walked away. Inside, Adam held Ethan close. The truth had shattered everything. But love, real love, was still standing. The office smelled of leather and lemon polish. Adam sat across from Mr. Grayson, Savannah's estate lawyer, who slid a thick envelope across the desk. She left this for you, he said. It's not just a will. It's a confession. Adam opened the envelope. Inside, a handwritten letter, notarized documents, and a life insurance policy worth $2 million. He read the letter slowly, each word a dagger. Adam, if you're reading this, I'm gone. And I know you're hurting. I know I broke you. But I need you to understand why. Savannah explained everything. The disease, the forged adoption, the guilt. But then came the twist. Ethan was never supposed to be yours. I planned to surrender him. But the day I met you, something changed. You looked at me like I was worth saving. So I saved him. I gave him to you. Because I knew you'd love him better than anyone ever could. Adam's hands trembled. Mr. Grayson cleared his throat. She named you sole beneficiary. She also left instructions for Ethan's guardianship. She wants you to remain his legal father. Adam stared at the documents. The money, the truth, the betrayal. She gave me a lie, he said quietly. And then she gave me everything. Mr. Grayson nodded. Sometimes love is messy. Adam left the office with the envelope clutched to his chest. Outside, the city buzzed with life. But inside him, everything had changed. He had a choice now. Walk away. Or stay. The wind rustled through the trees as Adam stood over Savannah's grave. Ethan beside him clutching a bouquet of sunflowers. The headstone was simple. Savannah Blake, beloved wife, fierce mother, flawed soul. Ethan looked up. Was she a bad person? Adam knelt beside him, eyes wet. She made mistakes. Big ones. But she loved us. She loved you. Ethan frowned. You're not my real dad, are you? Adam paused. No. But I'm the one who stayed. I'm the one who chose you. And I'll keep choosing you. Ethan hugged him tightly. Mrs. Dorsey watched from a distance, nodding quietly. Adam placed a letter on the grave, Savannah's journal entry, the one that said, "You were my redemption." He whispered, "I forgive you." As they walked away, Ethan asked, "What happens now?" Adam smiled through the pain. "We live. We heal. We tell the truth." Back home, Adam framed Savannah's final letter and hung it beside Ethan's baby photo. He started treatment. He hired a lawyer to clean up the adoption records. He told Ethan everything, slowly, gently, honestly. And every night, He tucked Ethan in and said, "I love you, son." Because love isn't always clean. It's not always fair. But when it's real, when it survives betrayal, disease, and death, it's stronger than anything. Savannah was gone, but her story lived on. In Adam, in Ethan, in the truth, and in the millions who watched, cried, and remembered.